God is doing something good at the gathering. In His gracious generosity, God has decided to grow our church. What does it look like for us to respond to what God is doing, to be aligned with Him in the work He's already doing? What we recognize is that we really need to make more space. We need to make more space so that more people can be more connected to Jesus. So over the next year, we're going to do that. We're going to renovate our building. We're going to create more space for our kids. You know that when you drop off your kids in the kids area, often it seems a little bit crowded and even chaotic because there's so many kids. We want every child who's a part of the gathering to grow up to know Jesus, to love Jesus, and follow Jesus for their whole life. And creating more space allows us to do that even more effectively. We're creating more space for our students because we recognize that students today face challenges that we couldn't even imagine when we were their age. And we want to ensure that every student who's a part of our ministry learns how they can leave our church without leaving the faith. We want them to leave as deeply committed followers of Jesus. And creating this space will allow us to do that even more than we already are. And we're also going to create more space here in the worship center because we want to have room for more families and for more people, for more of your friends and neighbors to come here and experience the incredible life change that Jesus offers. As we launch this More Than Able campaign, and especially over the next 4 to 5 weeks, I want to ask you to do 3 things. First of all, I want you to pray with the rest of the church. Pray that God would continue to bless us and have His favor shine upon us. Pray that He would demonstrate to us what He wants from us and where He wants us to go. And pray specifically that He would guide you and He would help you to be discerning as you consider what part you might play in this campaign. Secondly, I want you to spend some time imagining what God might do in your life and in the lives of people around you. I want you to imagine what God might do in our church and how He might use us to be a force for good and a force for His kingdom. I want you to think about and imagine how He can use you specifically, use your gifts, use your resources to accomplish His mission. Finally, I want you to imagine and dream and think about what you are going to contribute to this project as we seek to make more room so more people can be more connected to Jesus. The third thing I want to ask of you is I want to ask you to take the next steps. Step number 1, I want you to make a commitment to make a commitment. I know you don't know yet what that commitment's going to be. You don't know what God is going to ask you to give. You don't know how you might be a part of this process, but I just want you to commit today that when the time comes, you'll be willing to make a commitment. What you're saying is, I want to play a part in what's happening here. The second step is to make a commitment on November 24th. That's Commitment Sunday. This is a 3-year commitment to give above and beyond what you normally give so that God, through our church, can do above and beyond what He has been doing. And we're making these commitments, trusting that He is more than able to do for us, to do in us, and to do through us much more than we can possibly imagine.